run!
One of Nintendo's most iconic video game characters of all time, and the main character of the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game, Zelda.
Looking at your 23s, Zelda's already in Super Smash Bros. Why are you talking about a moveset for her even though she's already in the game?
How many times do I have to say this? This Zelda is not the Zelda in Smash.
Ew, what are you talking about? There's already one Zelda. One Zelda's enough. Why do we need another?
Alright! I get it, just please stop. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, that's right. This Zelda in Smash that I'm talking about is a Zelda that has not been represented in Super Smash Bros. At all. Who comes from one of the best, if not the best Zelda video game of all time, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, just exactly what is so different about this Zelda? Obviously, it's not just the design change. There's actually something different about this Zelda in particular. In fact, something that a lot of people, especially hardcore Breath of the Wild fans, will point out when I'm talking about a moveset for Smash. This particular Zelda is more into research than fighting. In fact, it's been mentioned quite a lot of times by Masahiro Sakurai, the creator and director of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
In The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Zelda is more into research than fighting, so her design is from The Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Worlds.
But you know what? I'll probably get backlash for saying this. So what if she's more into research? There are characters in Smash who don't even fight in their own games. Villager, Isabelle, there's so many others. Plus, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate came before Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. If you haven't played that game, which I'm telling you it's a must-have for Switch, but still, Zelda actually has a moveset in that game. Sure, she retains her characteristics, you know, still being a researcher and all, but she uses her research to fight. I'm not joking, she actually does. However, I still think a few people might get a little upset if I just use her research, so instead she won't just be fighting alone. In fact, she'll call upon the champions to help out in her fight. But before we get into the attacks, let's go ahead and discuss more about what Zelda's costumes could be like. Zelda's default appearance would be in her champion's tunic from the Breath of the Wild game. Her second color scheme would change her champion's tunic to a reddish pinkish color and gives her dark blue pants, in reference towards the young Princess Mipha, the youngest of the champions. The next color scheme gives her a completely different makeover. This time she gets red hair, a tealish green outfit, and once again dark blue pants, in reference towards her mother-like figure, the Queen of the Gerudo, Lady Urbosa. The next color scheme gives her a grayish blue outfit and a little bit of red with it, and gray pants as well, which is a reference towards Revali, the marksman of the group. The next color scheme gives her a little bit of a brownish orangish color scheme and makes her pants a little bit of a greenish gray. This is a reference towards Daruk, who is the strongest out of the group, mainly because he is a Goron. And the final color scheme for Zelda's champion tunic gives her red and black colors, in reference towards the Yiga clan, who constantly tried to kill the princess. The next costume just completely changes her appearance. She now wears a royal dress, based on the appearance she has whenever she's in the palace in Breath of the Wild. And the final costume gives her a ceremonial robe that she wears throughout most of Breath of the Wild's in cinematic cutscenes. But now let's go ahead and dive into what people really want to see out of this video, the special moveset. For Zelda's neutral special, she'll be using 3 separate attacks with the Sheikah Slate: Stasis, Freeze, and Magnetism. It will work very similar to Sora's spellcasting ability in Super Smash Bros. And of course, each attack has different effects. For instance, Magnetism attracts players. However, we are going to break a massive rule, being that in the original game, you have to have metal in order to use this attack. Instead, it'll just be a simple grabbing attack. In order for this move to work, Zelda has to face an opponent, and automatically a red tether attack will begin showing up. And press the special button again to bring your opponent close to you. It'll then switch over to freeze. Zelda will lay an ice block right in front of her. Anybody who is at least caught in this whenever the move was presented will instantly get frozen. But stasis will be the important ability. Stasis works like this. It'll just simply freeze any opponents nearby, but it's not gonna give the freezing effect. It'll just stop time for them, which means you can actually deal a lot of damage to them. And the higher the damage they have, the longer they'll stay in stasis form. But now moving on to the side special. She'll call upon either Rivali or Lady Urbosa and will summon either one of these moves. If Zelda summons Lady Urbosa will shoot out 5 electric waves of lightning, very similar to Sora's main special, Thunderaga. However, unlike Thunderaga, she'll shoot out 5 electric beams instead of 3. However, if Rivali is present, he'll shoot out a bunch of arrows at lightning speed. These arrows just do small flinching damage and nothing else. The down special would actually be a counterattack, however it would be a unique counterattack. You see, each time the down special is used, a random member of the champions will show up, each one of course having their own effect. If Lady Urbosa is in front of Zelda when the move is presented, she'll just shoot out a huge strand of lightning that'll go straight across, similar to Kazuya's main special. However, if Mipha is seen protecting Zelda, she'll just simply shoot out a water fountain and will swim upward to attack the opponent, and slightly will heal Zelda, in reference towards the healing mechanic that Mipha gives to Link in the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game. If Rivali is the one protecting Zelda, he'll just shoot a few bomb arrows right in front of the player, and it just does that, it just explodes. However, the strongest one, and the best one for last I should say, Daruk, if he shows up, he'll clap his hands so hard it could very well KO the opponent. It'll be a very strong attack. And the up special will be Paraglider, or more specifically, Rivali's Gale and the Paraglider. If you lightly touch the special button and move up at the same time, it'll just have a short gust of wind that Zelda can use to glide on the Paraglider. However, if you hold it down all the way, it'll summon a tiny tornado right underneath Zelda and she'll go a lot higher up in the air. This will work very similar to Hero's up special. However, instead of 2 tornadoes, it's just 1. But now onto the final smash. The final smash will be, by far, the most iconic moment in the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game ever.
Now my moment has finally come. Brace yourself, Ganon, for the sting of my revenge!
This will be our final opportunity. We will not fail.
Let's go, little guy. Now, open up wide, Ganon!
100 years in the making. Hold on, Princess. Our moment has arrived.
The final smash is the Divine Beast's Ultimate Strike. It will be a cinematic final smash. All of the champions punch straight forward with one of their abilities and automatically shoot out the Divine Beast that they pilot. The opponent will get sent to Hyrule Castle and will be launched by the huge lasers that the Divine Beast shoot. However, the final smash just does not end there. It actually ends with Zelda shooting out a massive light, which will cause a huge explosion. And once again, anybody who has over 100% damage after the move is presented will be KO. However, this final smash will also be one of the most strongest final smash in the Super Smash Bros. History. Now at first I was having a lot of difficulty coming up with an idea for a stage that would fit Breath of the Wild well, and then I found out Hyrule Castle is a great addition to the game. I understand that there is already a Hyrule Castle stage in Smash, however this one would be completely different. Not only would its design be different, its mechanicalism would also change as well. This front stage would always stay in the bridge, however in the backdrop the castle will be seen. But not just the castle. A bunch of guardians will actually be seen in the backdrop, some of which can actually try to shoot you from across the stage. Sometimes they're able to actually KO a person depending on how much damage they have. And unlike most stage hazards like the halberd stage, where it'll just simply lock onto a character and then stop for a while, it will follow the character the entire time. The only way to make sure the guardians don't blast you with their laser beam is by using a reflector or dodging out of the way. If you reflect it, you will actually cause the guardian to explode, and occasionally you will get an item for it. And as an added bonus, sometimes the moon's color would change. In fact, the entire sky would change as well, causing the moon to turn into the blood moon. If you don't know what that is, in Breath of the Wild, every so often you will see a red moon appear in the sky. This moon summons a bunch of monsters. In fact, it will apply here in Smash as well. Up to 1 or 2 monsters will appear on screen at the same time, and much like the Guardians, you can actually KO them and get an item for it. Now, music was actually a little bit tough to come up with. Quite a lot of songs could be remixed for Smash, but at the same time, I don't think a lot of them would make sense for battle. So I'm not going to go with so many songs this time around, but there's still quite a lot of songs they could pull from this game. In total, there would be 9 songs, all of which would be remixed. I know a lot of people would say that that's not a lot of songs and that we should probably get more, but honestly, there's no need. There's quite a lot of songs to choose from, sure, but at the same time, I felt like this better represents Breath of the Wild, at least in my opinion. And that would be if Zelda and the Champions joined Super Smash Bros. To be honest, I honestly do like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I mean, it's probably one of my all-time favorite Zelda games. And I was kind of weirded out by the fact that we didn't get Zelda in this game at all. Not even as an assist trophy or anything. I mean, something would have been great. But I strongly think that if we do happen to get another Smash game and we get an extra Zelda character, I think strongly it will be Zelda from Breath of the Wild. And specifically, she will use the champions as her attacks in real life. But is there a character that you would like me to talk about in my next upcoming video? Let me know down in the comments below which character you would like to see join the fight in Super Smash Bros. As always, thank you all so much for watching, make sure to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.